Hey there, and welcome back to Midlife and Glowing. I'm Alicia.
And I'm Nicole.
And since today's Halloween, we thought it would be fun to lean into a little witchy wisdom and explore how some of those ancient rituals, herbs, teas, crystals, moon cycles, can actually show up as really powerful wellness tools for midlife women today.
Exactly. And don't worry, we're not talking about casting spells or bubbling cauldrons here, but it is fascinating how many of the things we consider modern wellness practices have roots in traditions that go back centuries. Think of it as a modern-day witch's brew that supports your hormones, your nervous system, and your energy in this season of life.
All right, let's start with herbs and teas, because if you think about it, witches brewing potions were basically early herbalists.
Totally, they were using plants for healing long before we had pharmacies. And today we know that many of those herbs have science-backed benefits. For example, chamomile tea calms the nervous system and helps with sleep. Peppermint supports digestion and can ease bloating. Ashwagandha, an adaptogen, helps regulate cortisol and support resilience to stress.
So really, that witch's brew could really just as easily be a cozy bedtime tea that helps a midlife woman actually get a good night's sleep.
Another ancient practice is living in rhythm with the moon cycles. Historically, women synced their cycles with the phases of the moon. New moon representing rest and reflection, and the full moon representing energy and release.
And in midlife, even if your cycle is shifting or irregular, you can still use the moon as an anchor. Maybe you rest more intentionally during the new moon, or you use the full moon as a time to journal and let go of things that aren't serving you.
It's really just a way to add structure and ritual to your month. And that rhythm can feel grounding when midlife sometimes feels chaotic.
Now let's talk crystals. Some people might roll their eyes at these, but again, there's something powerful about tangible rituals.
Right, whether or not you believe crystals literally change your energy field, using them can serve as a mindfulness tool. Holding rose quartz during meditation, for example, can help anchor you in self-love. Amethyst is often associated with calming energy and better sleep. And we talked about everything having energy in our energy episode. These crystals actually have physically measurable frequencies.
And even if it's symbolic, symbols are powerful. Having a crystal on your nightstand can act as a visual reminder to pause, to breathe, to care for yourself.
And then we have breathwork, probably one of the simplest but most powerful rituals. Ancient yogis used it as a form of energy medicine. And today, science shows breathwork can regulate your nervous system, lower cortisol, and even improve heart rate variability.
Yes, and it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be just as simple as extended exhale breathing. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6, and repeat. It takes 2 minutes, but it can completely shift your state.
And I think that's the magic right there. What feels like ancient ritual is actually modern nervous system regulation.
So if we were to create a modern witch's brew for midlife, what would be in it?
Okay, picture this. A warm mug of ashwagandha tea, a journal under the light of the full moon, rose quartz nearby, and 5 minutes of deep breathing to wrap it up. That's your potion.
Yes, and maybe with a cozy blanket, a pumpkin-scented essential oils in a diffuser, and some calming music. Rituals don't have to be complicated. They just need intention.
And that's what we want you to take away from this Glow Bite. These rituals, whether it's herbs, teas, moon cycles, crystals, or breathwork, are really just tools to slow down and reconnect with yourself in midlife.
Exactly. They're reminders that taking care of yourself doesn't have to be clinical. It can be soulful, playful, even a little witchy.
So today's Glow Reflection is, what's one small ritual I can add to my week that feels magical to me?
It could be making a cup of tea, journaling under the moonlight, meditating with a crystal, or simply breathing deeply before you start your day. Choose something that feels nourishing and fun.
Because at the end of the day, the best rituals aren't about being perfect or mystical. They're about things you can fit into your daily life that help you glow from the inside out.
Thanks for joining us for this witchy, cozy Glow Bite. We'll see you next time on Midlife and Glowing.
Until then, stay glowing and maybe stir up your own little potion of self-care this week. Happy Halloween.